Although it is well known that the US cares more about defeating Russia than Ukraine, no matter what it takes. However, for its own clandestine business operations, it just keeps becoming more and more obvious that the US is responsible for all of the suffering in Ukraine. Hi and welcome to TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I'm your host Vedika. Let's begin. In the realm of global relations, strange friendships and twisted family dynamics often emerge, captivating the attention of the world. Take, for instance, the curious case of President Joe Biden and his Ukrainian counterpart President Zelensky. What may appear as a father-son relationship to some is in reality a friendship built on shared goals that may not necessarily align with the interests of Ukraine alone. Over the past year, these two leaders have embarked on a remarkable journey together, navigating the treacherous waters of international diplomacy. The United States, under President Biden's guidance, has pledged a staggering $113+ billion in military and other aid to Ukraine. But alas, for Zelensky, it seems that more is never enough. Like an overeager child demanding more ice cream, he persistently presses for more, and more. It took months of negotiations and strained conversations to reach a point of mutual understanding of sorts. It is worth noting, however, that Zelensky himself is not the puppet master pulling the strings. He is a pawn in a larger geopolitical game. Planted in power by the likes of Igor Kolomoisky and Victoria Nuland, Zelensky dances to the tune of the deep state leaders both in Ukraine and the US. His actions are merely a reflection of their desires, and in turn, Biden adheres to the same script. But there is a new twist in the tale that might make your head spin. The war in Ukraine could have come to a halt in May 2022. Yes, dear viewers, peace was within grasp, but forces behind closed doors intervened, shattering the hopes of a war-weary nation. Nikolai Patrushev, a senior Russian security official, confirmed and accused the US and UK of prolonging the violence and turning a blind eye to human suffering. It is indeed a perplexing puzzle. Patrushev reveals that the initial weeks of the conflict saw Moscow and Kiev teetering on the edge of a truce. But alas, the Ukrainian government, under immense US pressure, pulled out of peace talks, derailing the chance for an agreement. Imagine the possibilities. If this agreement had come to fruition, the war would have come to a halt, and the world economy would have been spared a great deal of turmoil. Not only this, according to Patrushev, the NATO big guns were driven by their own interests and care little for the lives lost in a war not fought on their own soil. We were this close to peace. But alas, the military-industrial complex of the United States had other plans. The wheels of the war machine were turning and profits were being made, so why stop it? The defense industry, thriving on weapon deliveries and the blood-soaked currency of conflict, would have ground to a halt. Billions, possibly trillions, worth of weapons and ammunition have been supplied under the guise of defending Ukraine, all the while derailing a key peace deal. Let us pause for a moment to reflect on the harsh reality of war. It is not Ukraine's war alone. It is a war instigated and fueled by the United States. The grand chessboard of geopolitics unfolds, with Ukraine being transformed into a mere Western pawn in the NATO game, a sacrificial lamb in the pursuit of defeating Russia. The evidence is clear. This is not Ukraine's war. It is a war manufactured and perpetuated by the United States. And until the truth is acknowledged, the bloodshed and turmoil in Ukraine will persist, leaving the world to grapple with the consequences of a conflict that serves the interest of a select few at the expense of countless innocent lives.